Hi, my name's Lionel Sanders, and I'd like to welcome you to That Triathlon Life.
Keep your seatbelt fastened on one time whenever you are seated, and remain in your seat when the seatbelt sign is.
No, I don't. I have a t-shirt I can wear, so. Yeah, I guess like if it doesn't come tomorrow, I'll just try to like find some bike shoes and then I should still be able to race, but I guess it's kind of good that the bike made it.
Yeah, so I got most of that, but
My suitcase didn't arrive, which I know that happens to people, but it really just sucks when it happens to you. I pretty much have all my race-related stuff in my carry-on because I've learned my lesson over the years, but it still sucks when you like don't have underwear, you don't have socks, all you have is your sweaty clothes that you wore on the airplane. That's just the worst feeling. So we went to Kohl's, bought some new sweet outfits, and we got this TTL delivery, so I got a clean shirt.
My overexuberance with getting us cool stuff.
Hopefully the bag comes, but they punched in the wrong address for the delivery people. So now I'm like, did they just leave it at the other address? Or are they going to call me and make sure it's the right address? Or, like, that's why I'm worried. Otherwise, I think it's going to come, but...
I want to go for a little run with race flats and cotton t-shirt.
No. But yes. Oh, is this like an interview? I mean, I feel fine because I'm wearing my race flats. Obviously, I feel good when I'm wearing race flats.
No, come back in 10 minutes and you'll get your results.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah, I got my suitcase.
thank goodness. I've got your towel.
Are they done?
They said to come back in 10 minutes.
Well, did you get my like,
Yeah.
Sweet.
Did you wear the shirt? Oh yeah. Take mine.
What are you doing? 50 distance per stroke, 50 high tempo, 50 combine the two. Aqua Bear special. This is an audio. Do you see those audio levels moving? Test, 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 test. See them? Sorry, I had to test your audio.
a slightly embarrassing moment.
We're getting cappuccinos from Panera. I don't know.
It's risky.
It's a little bit risky, but also a little bit adventurous.
I think it's worth noting, just for like a little bit of background or whatever here, that we're not actually in Miami. We're in a place called Homestead that's near Miami. So there's not like a ton of coffee shops to pick from. Oh, shoot.
Really? Oh, great. Whoa, look at this palm tree. Going in for surgery. The palm tree's going in for surgery.
Oh. You just come up with that.
Yeah, I just came up with it. Because I just imagine the palm tree like being injured and it's got to get like a freaking like semi-truck to take it to the hospital.
Trying to go into the shot. Did you see the video of Lionel? The video of Lionel on your camera.
Oh no, I haven't got
It's like,
it.
this is Lionel Sanders. Welcome to that triathlon live. Yeah.
You go first, just so I know what I'm doing.
Hey everybody, we're back in Bend now. It's been like a crazy 36 hours or whatever it's been since we raced. Welcome to the White House. We're just gonna go through real quick how the race went. I came out of the water in pretty good position. I'm super psyched with how my swim went. I think we had like a pretty good kickoff to the year, just hitting really hard while we're down in Tucson. So I was like just off the back of the couple of guys who came out in front pretty solidly in the main pack, and had a good quick transition and jumped on the bike, and I felt the best on the bike that I've felt. It's kind of hard to say in the last year since we've only raced one time, but I felt a lot better on the bikes than I did in Daytona, and I can tell that like my bike position feels good, hips, everything feels good, and I just need to put in some good longer miles on the bike to kind of build up strength and be able to hold high watts through the entire course of the race. Like my goal coming into the race was to just feel like I paced it evenly and never blew up, and stayed in control and kind of try to get dialed back in what 70.3 pace feels like. And I feel like I did that pretty well. Going out onto the run, I actually felt super good as a result of that. And I think I ran the first couple miles, first lap of the track a little bit too fast. I held about 300 watts on the bike, and then I took off out of transition and I ran like 315 per K for the first 2 miles, and that felt awesome, but came back to bite me on lap 7 of the run for sure. So overall, like for me, we're happy with how the race went relative to like the amount of training we've been able to put in. The new house thing, that was like not something that we were able to plan the timing on of moving and everything, and that I had kind of realistic expectations going in that it wasn't going to be like the best feeling race ever, and that we weren't super race sharp, but just wanted to go get a good effort in and kick off the season. So I think I came in or somewhere around 20th place, which is fine. It's a really stacked, really good, high quality field, and looking forward to going in St. George in another couple months with some more training.
Now I do that same thing?
Yep. I'm just gonna try to get it a little bit closer, so for the audio's sake.
Okay, my swim was actually good. I kind of just found myself on Jody Stimpson's feet, and I knew that she's a good swimmer, and I felt like pretty relaxed behind her. I knew it was super choppy, so there was not really any point in going around her and trying to like fight the waves. So I just tried to stay right there. Came out in good position. I think we were about 90 seconds down from Lucy, which was about what was expected. And then coming out of the water, like I was just so nervous about the wind leading into the race, and there was nothing I could do about it. I knew everyone was facing the same situation, but I'm like exceptionally nervous in crosswinds and stuff. So I just tried to kind of like hold my own. It was hard to keep pushing into the tailwind because we had to push so hard into the headwind. So in Daytona, I maintained really even watts, but this race I feel like was kind of all over the place. And to be honest, I hardly even looked at my power meter. I was just kind of like racing and trying to get around the corners without getting blown over. And I wasn't in a very positive mental headspace. I just wanted the bike to be over the whole time. Like I was really, really not enjoying it. I wasn't very comfortable. My legs didn't feel great, just like the opposite of Daytona, where I was really in a groove and felt like I was like kind of in a flow. So I actually found myself behind Heather, my good friend Heather Jackson, at one point, and I know she's so good at the technical stuff. So I sort of tried to keep her within the 20 meter, at least within my sight. So she would kind of drop me around the technical parts, and I'd try to re-ride back up to her on the straights, because that's kind of my strength, is just putting power down. So she really helped me mentally stay in the game and like work as hard as I could on the technical parts, not to make that like my biggest detriment, even though it was. So by the end of the bike, I was honestly just so relieved to get off the bike. I think I burned all my matches getting through that, from like a technical, and it was exhausting for me just to like get to the end of it. So I knew coming off the bike, like maybe I could still be top 3. I knew about Lucy's penalty. You kind of never know how your legs are going to feel, but after the first lap, as the elastic band was slowly stretching from Lucy and Jody, I knew it was going to be a hard day, and the heat was getting to me. I honestly felt like dizzy, like I was going to pass out. And it's funny because like the races like Daytona, where you're doing well, feels so easy and effortless, but as soon as you're like struggling and having, you're not fit or have a hard day or it's hot or whatever it is, those are the absolute worst kind of days. And just counting down the laps, honestly was going to pull out several times, but I had no reason to. There were still, a lot of really respectable athletes behind me, and I thought that would be pretty disrespectful if I just stopped because I wasn't feeling well. So got around the course. At that point, it was just survival mode. I'd lost all of my competitive nature. I didn't care who passed me. I was like just crossed the finish line. So happy to get to the end of it. I don't know what I got out of that. Like I wasn't even running fast, so it wasn't even really like a fitness boost. I think I ran faster in my steady state run the week before. So I think lesson is like I need to fully feel like I'm ready to race when I go to a race, like I felt in Daytona. And if in the back of my mind I don't think I'm prepared and I don't think I'm going to show up and be competitive, then it's not worth going. There's too much to lose and not enough to gain at this point. Like I had a lot of confidence after Daytona, and that's a little bit shattered right now. So I know it's still early and it's like a very different race than Daytona, but I just need to kind of bounce back from this and refocus, and going into, if there's another hot race, do some prep for hot races. Don't just train in the snow. So that's the lessons I learned, and I'm happy to be back and I'm like super motivated now to get fitter and feel like I did in Daytona, because that's way more fun. That's it.
So moving forward, big goals for this week are to do a little bit of work on our garage pain cave and work on Paula's bike position.
I gotta go get Flynn. He's at the daycare.
And we gotta go pick up the boy. See you guys next week. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for following along. It means a lot.